Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be giving you some fundamentals and some practical tips to pull yourself out of the doldrums. Hi, my name is Deb and welcome to Women Reinventing Midlife TV, where we aim to inspire women over 50 to thrive in a meaningful life that you deeply desire and deserve. It's awful, isn't it, when we get stuck in the doldrums and we really can't see a way out. We all suffer from it from time to time, sometimes because of what's happening in our lives, and sometimes we generally just feel a little bit flat. It's important to realize, though, that we always have complete control over how we feel. And when we realize this and have awareness around it, it gives us the power to make some changes. The thoughts that we think and the things that we're focusing on have a huge impact on how we're feeling. So we can begin to change the way we feel by changing our mindset. And in today's video, I'm going to give you some fundamentals around how to impact our mindset positively. I'm also going to be sharing a resource with you that has about 50 practical tips that you can take to change the way that you're feeling. And I'll share that at the end of the video. But first, let's look at some of those fundamentals. So the first fundamental, I've talked about changing your mindset, but I didn't really talk about how you could begin doing that. So the first part, we can begin by actually changing our thought patterns and changing the things that we're focusing on. So one of the ways that we can do that is to develop a gratitude practice. It's a simple practice, and I've been doing it for a long, long time. I do it every morning, write my gratitudes and think about the things in my life that I'm grateful for, because it's really, really easy to forget all those simple things that we take for granted when we're focusing on a problem. So it's important to bring our mind back to some of the great things that are happening in our lives, and we can do that through a gratitude practice. The second part of this is to actually be aware of where we're focusing. So if we're focusing on a problem, it's going to lower our mood. But by focusing more on the good things in life, it's actually going to elevate our mood. Or also focusing or beginning to move our focus to a solution to the problem as well is also going to elevate our mood. And thirdly is to become aware of those regular thought patterns that we have. Things like, let's give you an example, if we regularly compare ourselves, and that brings us down because we start to tell ourselves all those negative things about ourselves, then look for what triggers that comparison. If it's something like going onto Facebook and spending too much time on Facebook, then maybe it's time to take a couple of days break from that. Okay, the second fundamental is to be aware of the impact that our body has on our nervous system and our mindset. So by moving our body, we can actually elevate our mood. So simple things like exercise, going for a walk, going for a run, going for a swim, going for a bike ride is going to help elevate your mood, because it releases all these beautiful endorphins into your bloodstream that actually help you feel uplifted. Simple things like running on the spot, dancing, doing some stretches, doing some yoga helps our energy move more freely through our body. When we're feeling down, our energy gets stuck. So we want to do things that actually help our energy move more freely through our body. And that is also going to help us feel better. Even simple things like our posture, being aware of what we're actually doing with our body when we're feeling a bit down. So next time you are feeling down, look at what's happening to your body, the way you're standing. So it could be that your shoulders are hunched forward a little bit. You might be looking down rather than up. You might have a tight jaw. The corners of your mouth might be down rather than up. And just by changing what you're doing, those simple things that you're doing with your body can actually change the way you're actually feeling. So just bringing your shoulders back and relaxing them down is going to open up the heart chakra, open up the chest muscles, help you breathe more freely, taking some deep breaths, raising your eyes upwards, turning the corners of your mouth upwards in a smile, relaxing your jaw. They're all going to help you change the way you feel. Now, before I go into the third fundamental, if you're finding this video helpful, remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'd love to hear your comments as well. Okay, here's the third fundamental, and that's all about the fuel that we're actually putting in our body, because the fuel that we put in our body affects our nervous system, and our nervous system will affect both our mindset and the way that we feel. So being aware of the kind of foods and drinks that we're putting into our body. So alcohol, for instance, alcohol has actually a negative impact on our nervous system. So if you're consuming alcohol, it might help you feel relaxed at the time, but later it will actually bring your mood down even further, because alcohol has a habit of exacerbating what you're already feeling. Things like sugar and caffeine also have a negative impact on the nervous system and will affect our mood. So reducing things like alcohol, sugar, caffeine, and eating those beautiful, fresh, whole, live foods that still have energy in them are going to help us elevate our mood. Okay, so here's that resource that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So that resource was developed by asking my community, my Facebook community, what it was that they did to pull themselves out of the doldrums. Well, the suggestions came like an avalanche, and we ended up with about 50 suggestions. I added a few in there as well. And they were so good and so helpful. I decided that month to write them into an article, and you will find the link to that article in the notes underneath this video. So make sure you click on that and go and have a look for those practical tips. If you found this video helpful, remember to like it, remember to share it, remember to subscribe to this channel and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the next video coming out. Lots of love to you, and I'll look forward to connecting next time. Bye-bye.